This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
A chip can be a triangle, or it can be a round, but I can't take the judgment and all the looking down. So I'm not a Dorito, Tostito, Cheetos, or Lay's. You might think I'm healthy, but you don't really care, 'cause Sun Chip's got it going on. A chip can be square. A chip can be square.
With the head bob and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Here, there.
That took me a little bit, but well played.
Yeah. Well done, Zach. Well done. Well done, Huey Lewis, as well.
Yeah.
It's not a good song.
Yeah, of all the songs to pull out, I did not expect it to be Square by Huey Lewis in the News.
A chip can be square.
But
they can't
as
normally.
Part of my vocal warm, I appreciate
triangles. There can be rounds.
They can be strips.
Name a square chip.
Sun chips.
That's true.
Look from above. A sun chip it's the only
That's
square
more
chip
like
I can
roof
think of.
material.
Corrugated.
Everything else is like potato-y.
But welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zach.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last show, our prediction show, which we're thankful to say no one passed away between when we recorded it and when we aired it.
Like last year.
That was awkward last year.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, but we're happy about that. We made those predictions. We're looking forward to seeing them all come true.
It's really fun. We have some comments from Instagram, such as Old Lady Tries, who said, I don't get Pete Davidson. And none of us do.
No.
Nobody does. Spraguito says, go Pack Go.
What does that mean?
So that's Packers. That's sports.
Okay.
Sports.
I thought it was like a
Packers.
wolf pack or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. I was going to.
Because like how there's a wrestling term.
Zach,
I was literally about to give you like a little fun sports fact, and
No.
you guys wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter.
Zach, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
There have been games since we recorded, correct?
Yes.
Are our predictions still holding up?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
well.
That did not sound
I mean,
confident.
yeah. You guys made some obvious choices, and
We went to Google.
yeah, they're still going.
I didn't go to
No,
Google.
it's good. It's good.
Bing.
We're all, I think, as far as I remember from the NFL stuff, we're all in still.
Okay. Still no baseball season. Sure.
No. And then Teddy Swenson, 3812, said, artificial hips don't lie. That just about killed me.
Nice.
On the cover, on the image art with Michael Caine and Shakira.
It's a random joke in there based on what Joel said about Shakira not being that Shakira. It had to work.
It worked out well.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So thank you for listening to that. Also, hey, speaking of hips, that makes no sense, but I'm going to go with it.
Go on.
We have some patron upgrades, much like artificial hips are upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we have
upgrades.
Debbie Foster went from a tier 1 patron to an I'm the Listener patron.
Hey,
Awesome,
and she
Debbie.
sent us a beautiful
She really
email.
did.
It really was a touching
Touching,
email.
yes.
We read it. We enjoyed it. Thank you, Debbie. We appreciate you. And also, we have Bacon Council member wannabe no longer. That's right. I'm on the Bacon Council, baby. Kyler.
Wow. That name. Kyler.
He is now official member of the Bacon
No
Council.
longer a wannabe.
No, he's now on the Bacon Council.
Okay, so he gets to join us for our
Bacon Council
twice a year dinner.
planning meal, and he's also going to get to sponsor a couple shows as well.
Yeah.
Debbie Foster gets to sponsor a show too.
Yeah,
so
can't wait.
It's some fun benefits as patron of the Bacon Cell, so we thank you for that. But that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zach?
you know, it's been a much requested topic, so I'm excited to get to it. It's chip tiering round 2.
Boom. Much requested.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I know.
Wait. Are you saying
I've had a lot of people.
they couldn't have just one? Right?
You know, you don't realize there's so many chips. We probably won't. We could do a round 3.
I felt like we ran the gamut on the first one until I looked at this list. I'm like, oh, these are all stars.
Well,
And
okay,
just
so-
behind the scenes, also this table.
Yes.
I have
Yeah,
so many of
there's
these
so
chips.
I
many
wish you didn't
chips
do
on
that.
the table,
Yeah,
and I'm
sorry.
going to have so much heartburn later today. But the point
Chips are
is
happening.
back in May of 2021, we did episode 303, Bet You Can't Tier Just One,
Yep.
where we ranked and tiered 21 chips. Well, we had a master list, like a huge list of the most popular chips around. We did a
Basically, we
random
just went to a grocery store aisle. We're like, yep, that one.
that one. But we randomized. We had a number randomized which ones we were going to pick for last time, and then we have the other ones for this one. So we don't have like an A list and a B list. These are
Right.
both heavy hitter lists. Although I do admit, I think next time we have to do original flavors first, because it's weird when you're ranking like
It's true.
the spinoffs. And
Like
not the,
last time we did Flamin' Hot Cheetos and not the other Cheetos.
we did Pringles last time. Oh, was it Ranch Pringles? I can't remember, but we. I
think we did the cheddar.
We didn't do original this time. Yeah. And so
We also did goldfish.
we don't talk about that.
Big controversy.
Save it for the Cracker Show, which will happen.
And we did almost have a cracker sneak into this one, and Kim
Yeah.
caught it and said, "Nope, cut it out."
Yeah.
So we got rid of it, and we have
Spoilers, it was a Cheez-It.
Cheez-Its.
we're saving it for the cracker
Yep.
show, and we learned our lesson.
Bacon
The much-awaited Cracker Show.
Bacon Sale is the cracker show. Like,
Every podcast is the Cracker Show. Let's be honest.
We don't talk about crackers. No. But what we're going to do today is we have 21 chips, and we are going to give them a ranking of either.
And they're all here on the table too, by the way.
Well, yeah. 7 tier 1s being the highest ranked, 7 tier 2s being the middle, and 7 tier 3s being the low. So
Does that mean I get to eat on the show?
Nope. Only on Pick and Bits, not on the real show.
Okay. That's fine.
We like the other Zack better.
I know. I am this universe's worst Zack. I know.
No. We're going to give some facts about these chips as well, along with ranking them. One of the things I'm going to bring up, maybe occasionally, is the calories per serving.
I've got that as well. In fact, I broke it down to calorie per chip.
Wow.
Yeah, did some math. It's called division, apparently.
That's probably better because I tell you what, no one seems to do them the same.
No.
Some people, it's like, it's 12 chips is a serving. Others are like, it's 15 chips is a serving.
Yes.
Others are like, the bag is the serving.
Yeah, and it's like, how many chips come in the bag?
I don't know.
By the way, you brought 2 bag of bags tonight.
Bag of
He
bags.
walked in and we literally went, the bag of bags.
Yeah.
Which I think needs to be a thing at every picnic now.
Yeah.
If you're a Baconsale listener, if you're the Baconsale listener, get the bag of bags.
Bring the
Because
bag
that
of
is,
bags.
that is
and
this
announce.
big bag
this
of
summer.
chips with all the little bags inside.
Yeah.
If you go to Russia, you can get one of those nesting dolls, give it to your friends, and say, the doll of dolls.
Not quite the same ring to it. But
You just really want to throw that in. Did someone pay you to say that in the show?
we have a lot of chips to get through, so let's...
You wear contact lenses? No, you don't.
No. Perfect
Contact
eyesight.
lens wearers. You know what I mean. You get a box, and inside the box is 3 boxes. The box of boxes.
What should we start with? What chip should we start with?
Zack's in charge of that.
Thanks, Zack.
So then you have the bin of bins. Okay, let's start with Sun Chips, the French onion variety.
Because we did some Sun Chips on the last episode. Also, I want to point out, all of these are made by PepsiCo / Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
Not all, but
It
most of them
feels
are.
like it.
Joel, last time when you're like,
Yep.
I should really say when it's not made by Pepsi. And then you just did every
It
time.
was a nervous tick. I've remedied it now, so I'm just going to give this blanket statement. Everything is made by PepsiCo through Frito-Lay unless I tell you differently.
It's weird that we look at Pepsi as second best,
Yeah.
right? Is Pepsi okay?
Is it?
But, well, it's probably like 19th best, let's be honest. But here, Pepsi is better than okay because it's every chip brand.
Frito-Lay is owned by PepsiCo, so Pepsi
Yeah.
makes chips.
There is a really good YouTube channel that I follow. The guy's a little dry, but it's called Company Man, and he does videos that are the company's bigger than you know. And he
Yeah.
does one on Pepsi, and it talks about a lot of what you mentioned on the last show. That wow, this company owns so much in
Yes.
all the chip world.
So Sun Chips French Onion, made by PepsiCo. I'm not going to say it again. But
We need to do something. If Joel,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Like a penalty?
anyway, I have descriptions for each of these from the website. I'm just going to
I
read them
love it.
straight as from the website. So
Nice.
here's what they say. Real sour cream and onion flavors rendezvous to create a flavorful waves of whole grain goodness. I kind of messed up in the middle, but you get the point.
I don't like that it's. What's that first line again?
Real sour cream and onion flavors rendezvous?
Real sour cream and onion flavors.
What? You didn't have an issue with rendezvous?
No, that's fine with
Rendezvous.
me.
They were mixed.
I like when my sour cream rendezvous.
These were introduced in around the early 1990s.
You'd like every Sun Chip, right?
Yeah, that's kind of around the time they kind
That's what I was thinking. We
these.
should have Snapple on this table.
Like the permanent flavors are like it's original harvest cheddar, French onion, sweet and spicy
Mystic.
barbecue, and garden salsa.
Yeah.
Those are like the originals. They will do spin-offs occasionally, but I gave so much love to Sun Chips in the last one. Garden
Same.
salsa, harvest cheddar being like my top tier.
Yeah.
These are a brilliant chip.
They're very, very good. But I'm giving French onion a tier 2.
Yeah.
Because it is not the one. If there's a bag of bags of Sun Chips and I have all the colors, I will eat the red, I will eat the yellow, I will eat the red, I will eat the yellow. The last ones in there will be the blue and the green bags.
I completely
Original.
agree. I think this sour Sun Chip always wished it had the popularity of like a harvest cheddar, but it will never measure up in its parents' eyes. This is like the sibling you forget about.
Oh, no.
And it's fine. It's still a tier 2. Sun Chips are generally good. All generally kind of taste the same.
No.
Which is still good.
No.
No, I think this one and then the garden veggie one,
Do we need to do another blind taste test, Kent?
probably. And I'll fail again. By the way, Joel is a super tester, just in case anyone doubted. We'll get there.
we'll get there.
But this is 9 calories per chip. And also I have the value. This is specifically for Joel. 36 chips per dollar. So if you buy a bag, it's 36 chips per dollar.
On a
Wow.
scale of not knowing what you're talking about, that sounds okay.
Yeah. So if you buy a bag, you think, oh, it's like half air, half chip. But it's a decent
And
value.
an individual Sun Chip is a good bite per chip ratio. It's a good size.
You said 9 per...
9 calories per chip.
Okay. That's not too bad.
Right.
I also agree this is a tier 2. It is
Did we
good.
agree on the first round
We
out?
did.
Wow.
Never again. This chip is good because it's a sun chip, but the actual flavor dust on this one is not great.
It's fine,
But it's also not strong.
until the tail end. There's a kind of a woof
Of all of the
onion
like
in there.
Wait, do that
sour,
again?
Woof
There
of
we go.
onion.
of all of the sour cream and onion type chips, this one has the strongest onion flavor. But it maybe because it's simply French onion, it's the strongest onion flavor on a chip I've ever had. But I had never had this chip until we did this episode.
I think that's maybe why the onion needs the sour cream to kind of tone down the onion a bit.
I've never seen this in a small size like you can get at Subway or anything like that. It doesn't come in a bag of bags like the Harvest Cheddar does. This is absolutely the other sun chip. But it's still good because
Well,
it's
but
a
they
sun
also
chip.
do have ones like Cinnamon Crunch that they did, and Apple and Caramel.
Oh,
and
I'm into
Graham.
that.
So
Gross.
they have these sweet ones that I'm like, I want to try those.
Yeah.
I never have.
All right, we talked a lot about sun chips. Let's move on to Lay's. And specifically, let's go with baked Lay's this time. Tell me about
right, man.
the baked Lay's original.
Baked Lay's original came out in the mid 1990s is when this one came out. And here's the description. Frito-Lay's line of baked snacks are baked, not fried, to give you great taste you've come to love with Frito-Lay snacks. On top of that, baked snacks offer less fat than regular potato chips, cheese-flavored snacks, and tortilla chips.
These are not much healthier. They do advertise it's less fat, and it is. It's 1.5 grams of fat per serving compared to 10 grams of fat for other chips.
Oh.
And that's big.
But calorie-wise...
Calorie-wise, it's 7 calories compared to original Lay's, which is 9.
Yeah.
So really not too much.
No. 100. I was going to say I have 120 calories
Yeah.
per serving, which is probably around 12 to 13
But these aren't
chips.
quite, as Zach says, the potato glass that Lay's potato chips are. These aren't going to slice up your tongue. They're more like a wafer. Mm-hmm. It's like the Lay's communion wafers. Because it's tasteless.
Ooh, and in England, they call them Walkers. It could be called Walker wafers.
Oh, I like that. Trademark that, please.
Done.
But I just think, why not just eat something with taste? And it should be healthier than it is. It feels like a waste of space, waste of calories as well. It's a tier 3 for me.
I am going to agree with you, Kent, because I think I made this joke in the last show, but I'm going to make it again. The best part about baked Lay's is you can't tell if they're stale or fresh.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
it's so true.
These are a tier 3. I generally do not eat baked Lay's. I don't know why, because it's not like I'm opposed to baked things.
Sure.
But it just doesn't taste like a
Baked
chip.
over original?
Yeah.
So if I was
Original.
presented
Original.
with these, the baked Lay's or standard Lay's,
Take those.
I would take these. I would take
What?
the baked.
So would I.
I like the thicker
What?
Yeah.
texture better. But here's the thing. I gave Lay's, the original, a tier 3.
But they're salty, greasy goodness.
They're potato
No.
glass that kill your throat.
Yeah, and your taste buds get burned off immediately.
That's fine.
There's too much.
Yeah, it cauterizes wounds, Joel.
Yeah,
Standard Lay's are
original potato chips. You guys are down on original potato chips.
On
salty
Lay's,
potato
yes.
chips?
Standard Lay's are too thin.
No.
These fix that.
What other original potato chips are you talking about here?
Anything else? Ruffles?
Ruffles.
No, they have ridges. That's different. I'm talking about original.
Oh, the
potato
ridges
chips.
give them the advantage?
Yeah.
Which is true.
So we just have to like it because it's boring?
I'm saying that's the standard chip. That's a potato chip.
So
We're better than that. Technology is better.
my least favorite Mountain Dew was regular Mountain Dew. Like
Me too. But
All the other
that's
flavors
because I don't
are
like
better.
any of them.
Baja Blast.
Blah.
Yum.
I guess I like that worst.
Yeah.
Moving on. Now we have baked Lay's barbecue.
So I actually really like barbecue chips.
Yes.
I think I gave them really high marks on the last show.
You give him a tier 1. I give him a tier 1. Joel gave him a tier 2.
I think so.
Like a close tier 2.
Yeah. I enjoy barbecue chips. Here's the description.
Okay.
Smoky barbecue taste. Oh, yeah. I'm reading it just as written. I didn't make any of that.
Okay, Kool-Aid
Smoky
man.
barbecue taste. Oh, yeah. Made with all the tasty barbecue flavor you love and 65% less fat. Consider it a win-win for barbecue fans everywhere.
Oh, I'm a barbecue fan.
You need to
Everywhere.
consider this a win then.
No, because I always think they're going to taste better than they do, but it's like very lightly seasoned with this barbecue powder. And it's almost not really there. And it's almost more disappointing than the baked Lay's original, because you expect good taste. And
'Cause
it's
it says
still
barbecue.
not there. It's a tier 3.
Dr. Jeffrey Stamp was the inventor, by the way. He boosted sales hugely when this came out because it was like the healthy, quote-unquote, alternative
Yeah.
chips. But he didn't make them tastier. This is a tier 3.
Yeah.
Barbecue chips are good. This is not good.
Once again, from a texture standpoint, I think I might like these better.
That's so weird.
I don't know what it is. As I'm aging, chips that have a lot of flavor on them, like a lot of the flavor dust, I can't eat them very often. So
You're
these
getting
ones,
old.
I
I like
know,
a
it must
boom
be.
boom pow flavor
Yeah, I like to eat a lot of chips.
The woof onion.
of onion.
And so I'd like that these actually have a less strong barbecue flavor. I like them just fine. They're like low tier 2 for me.
That was so non-committal.
I know.
That's what tier 2 is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, tier 2 is like, nah, you know what? Honestly, if these were in a bag of bags, I'd be like, those are fine. I'll take those.
But they would be the first ones you'd choose.
No, they wouldn't. That's why they're tier 2.
Yeah.
This is when you're polite and all the other good chips are taken. You're like, oh, barbecue.
I
steak.
actually really definitely am the guy who will grab the lesser chip like for the masses. I'm like, no one's going to. If I don't love this chip, no one else will.
Selfless Zack. Selfless chip Zack.
That's how I end up with potato
very
glass in my
selfless
throat.
picnic.
See, and I'll be like, oh, cool, barbecue. Oh, they're baked. Hey, kids.
And then yeah, exactly.
Now we're going to move into a cheesy section of this list where we go into the original Cheeto. Is there an original? Is this is the default Cheeto?
The default Cheeto, by the way, invented in 1948 in Texas. I should give the description first. Bring a cheesy, delicious crunch to snack time with a bag of Cheetos crunchy cheese-flavored snacks made with real cheese for maximum flavor. Now, these have 160 calories per serving, Kent.
Yeah, it's also 120 chips per $1. That's a great value.
It's weird to call these chips, by the way.
Yeah.
These are almost crackers.
Because they're puffs?
Well, no, because
they're like,
not like sliced and fried. These are like ground up, boiled, and extruded.
They're
basically cereal.
They're kind of like orange cocaine logs.
Hello, family friendly.
Did you look and see how these were actually made?
Yes,
It's very.
I have the recipe here.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so if you're paying attention at home, here's how to make your own homemade Cheetos. First, take homegrown corn,
Which I have.
Get some water, homegrown water. Remove the germ of the corn to prevent spoiling. Then ground the.
Is that just like? Do you use soap for that?
Yeah,
get rid of
all
the
the germs off of it. The germ is like the only living part apparently in it. I guess it's the middle part. So you cut that out, then you ground it into cornmeal, and then because the cornmeal lacks nutrients, you'll have to enrich it with some different flours and whatnot. And then you boil it together into a mash, and then you extrude it through a die, and then you fry it.
Or you go to the grocery store and spend like $3.
The process only takes 19 minutes to make a Cheeto.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, how do you get the dye? How do you get the toxic substance that's covering each Cheeto? And I don't mean toxic taste. I mean toxic will stain everything.
It's the glitter of the food world.
It really is. By the way, they are very secretive about their extruder, which that name itself is mysterious.
Yeah.
But they will not even when they show like video of these being made, they will not show the extruder.
That's because it's just
a secret.
We're not meant to know these things. Ken.
It's true.
I want to bring
true.
it back though.
Yeah.
You talked about the dust on your hand. You know they have a name for that? According to the Cheetos website, there is a name for that dust you get all over yourself but can't help but lick. It's called cheetle.
Wait, what?
Cheetle. Cheetle.
Like-
That's the dust on your hands.
I love this so much.
All we are is dust on your hands.
So I get Cheetle fingers?
You get Cheetle fingers.
Cheetle fingies.
Oh, Cheetle fingies.
We're not doing fingies again.
Cheetle
No, but then
fingies are the
remember,
best.
remember from last time, if you lick it, it's not going to come off, and then it's going to turn into Cheetle slime.
That's fine. It's a second meal. And you get the salt on your fingers anyways?
You know who their mascot is? Don Cheetle.
You had to do it, didn't you?
I'm so proud of myself.
So these actually, they're designed to be addictive. They actually have something called the, in quotes, vanishing calorie density because you eat these in handfuls, right? You eat these so quick.
Do you eat them in handfuls? I eat them one at a time.
You really do?
Yeah.
One at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you have the little toenail sections that are like the small Cheetos?
At the end of the bag, it's getting dumped.
So it's kind of like Arby's curly fries a little bit. You're going to get the big ones, then they get smaller.
You have like three big ones, and then...
But these were created so that your mouth, like they disappear really quickly in your mouth, like all types of Cheetos. And your brain thinks there's no calories in them because they just vanish.
Yeah. And this was invented, by the way, by the same guy who invented Fritos. So
Yeah.
fun little fact there.
And this was the OG in the Cheetos world for about 23 years until their next invention.
I am giving these an easy tier 1. Cheetos is one of the first bags that I will grab, like in the bag of bags. 'Cause I'm looking in there, or the box of bags. I'm like, where's Cheetos? Booyah. I'm going to eat these.
By the way, I said last time incorrectly that the box of bags only comes at Costco or something like that. I did find them at Walmart. So
Yeah,
the
the Winco as
peasants can get them too.
Wait, so if you pay for a $60 Costco card, you're no longer a peasant?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Who wants to go in on a Costco card with me?
Yeah.
No one here? That's rude.
I already have mine.
No. I'll jump in here. I think they're tier 2 because I got to be honest. I find these chips to be self-regulating. I don't know when the last time was.
Like
I
Europeans?
finished.
What do you mean?
I don't find. I don't.
What does that even mean,
They
Zach?
can do their own thing.
I don't.
They've got an
They follow the laws?
They've got independent government and economy, Ken. Come on.
I'll go. I'm not.
yeah,
my
Cheetos.
Cheetos,
They
governor.
they use solar power. It's self-sustaining.
No, I can't eat that many of these for some reason, and I think it's kind of like donuts. You have a lot of surface area, and so they're delicious that way, right? I feel like because of the ridges of the crunchiness, there's too many pockets of seasoning, and because they're harder.
They're perfectly seasoned.
They are.
I never,
There is no missing pocket.
I never finish one of the small bags from the bag of bags.
What?
I've never. I'm always tired
Zach,
of them.
This is what you do. You don't try to dive your fingies in there. You open the bag and then you get the little toenails in it right in your mouth.
That sounds awful.
It
No,
does sound
these-
awful, but it tastes
and
good.
I swear to
Take
you,
them out of the bag, pinky out, one at a time.
I don't. I just
Pinky out.
I eat fancy.
Yeah.
I tire of the taste. They're good. They're Cheetos. They're good.
You
They're
tire of
choo-choo.
the taste of cheese?
But I tire of
Then
the
what do
taste.
you do with your
lactose
fingies after?
intolerant?
No, I wash them.
You do not.
You waste the cheetle?
Easy there,
Blasphemy.
dog. Yes, I do. I just wash my hands. What can I say?
I'm actually really upset with you about this. These are like snowflakes. Every Cheeto is unique. These are tier 1.
Yes. Agreed.
These are amazing.
Zach's the outlier here, but man, I love crunchy Cheetos.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling I know where this conversation is going next when we talk about Cheetos Puffs.
Do you guys prefer? I mean, this is going to expose our
It
thoughts
will,
here.
it will.
But I think this is a discussion point that we need to have: Puffs or crunchy?
1000% Puffs. Good heavens, I love these things.
Are you 80 years old?
Amazing. I
Or
love them.
5?
Tier 1.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
them
true.
on. I'm going to eat some right now.
Stop. No eating on the show. Stop it.
There's
Zach.
Puffs.
Stop it right
Literally
now.
got a bag. But the Puffs are good. I like them. But the crunchy is so much better.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like that crunchy, the dense mouth.
Do you like rice cakes? I mean, do you like the, it's just like, it is this cotton candy essentially.
No.
Ooh.
I think that's fun.
I have a description. I forgot. Bold, cheesy flavor with a light and airy texture. Cheetos Puffs cheese-flavored snacks are full of flavor and made with real cheese.
So these were accidentally discovered in the 1930s. So this mixture was discovered when they realized that puffed corn was oozing from a flaking machine that made animal food. That's what you enjoy so much, Zach.
Flaking animal food.
If there's ever a flash flood,
You know what else I love? Animals. They're delicious.
you eat their food and them?
Yeah.
That's so mean. So if there's ever a flash flood, all planes need to do is drop open bags of Cheetos Puffs and it will suck up all the moisture and naturally dehydrate it. I don't hate them. I'm acting like I hate them. They're fine. They're tier 2. They're far below crunchy.
And this actually did, when these came out, they were kind of the first of its kind. But because of these, you get like cheese curls and cheese doodles and
Right.
cheese puffs. Like that all came after this. Oh, I forgot to mention, you were talking about the mascot earlier with Chester Cheetah. Do you know Chester Cheetah, Zach?
Yes.
What's his slogan?
He wears sunglasses.
That's not his slogan.
I don't know
That would be a
slogan.
terrible slogan for cheese puffs.
He's cheesy.
He wears sunglasses.
Eat Cheetos. He wears sunglasses.
That's horrible.
Ken, what? You
I'm
obviously
making that
don't-
a t-shirt. he speaks about himself and what he wears in third person. Kids really love him.
Worst mascot ever.
He's talking
Ken,
to you, and he's wearing
Obviously,
sunglasses.
You know his slogan is
He wears sunglasses.
no.
I can't do it. Joel, I can't take this seriously anymore.
It's not easy
Being cheesy. Yeah.
But I was going to say
You've
that
ruined the
was
show, Zach.
That was not the original mascot, though.
No.
The original mascot for Cheetos was actually an upper crust mouse wearing a 3-piece suit who used the slogan. He didn't wear sunglasses, but he does say Cheetos, cheese that goes crunch. Several years later, hail Cheezer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I watched a couple of-
That's very self-regulating. A mouse works a lot better as a mascot. Doesn't it? For
I
cheese?
think so for cheese, but Chester Cheetah does have that nice alliteration going on.
It does.
But if you had to get
Tears in your eyes.
we killed him. You should wear sunglasses so we can't see those.
That might have been the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Australia. There you go.
But fun fact for Cheetos Original and Cheetos Puffs: same calories for both.
Yeah.
160 calories. You're not just because you
It's
get more
about
air.
12
Well,
calories
they're the
per
same chip. They're
per
just
chip.
fluffed out. But I would think they'd be a little bit lower.
Well, it's kind of
You
like
think so?
someone got like a kid with
Zach, I
greasy
can't take you
hands.
seriously when you've got red crying eyes.
But it's like someone with real greasy hands like grabbed a puff and squoze it like a diamond to make a diamond, and then you get that diamond, and that's Cheetos Original.
no, they squeeze it and they're like, here, you can have that.
Yeah.
well, it honestly feels like
it's got the fingy juice
grapes
on
and
it.
raisins
No.
to me. But I do think that Puffs are better, but I still like good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give them a tier 2
They're
just
tier
because
2.
I do prefer the crunchy one.
So, Zach, what'd you give them?
Tier 1.
Okay.
Hardcore tier 1.
Stop it.
These are amazing.
Yeah, you don't even know the slogan.
They have sunglasses.
Yeah. They ruined Chester Cheetah, by the way. He's no longer that cool.
No.
Now he's like at this like
Chester Cheetah is so 90s.
Remember in the 90s when every character, every mascot had a video game?
yeah, and they had sunglasses.
Yeah. just like
neon
the spots, the cool spots from 7-Up.
Yeah.
They also had sunglasses.
Yeah.
Trademark.
Oh, we would need a Capri Sun. Well, we're still just talking about Cheetos. Let's get this one. I had never had these before. Cheetos cheddar jalapeno.
Bold, cheesy Cheetos meet spicy jalapeno in this dangerously cheesy snack. Cheetos crunchy cheddar jalapeno cheese flavored snacks are made with real cheese and just the right amount of heat.
That's right. Dangerously cheesy.
How many
times is cheese used?
I know, seriously.
So these were released in 2007.
This is one of those incarnations because, like we talked about, Flaming Hot Cheetos on the
Yeah.
last show. Didn't like them
None of
very
us liked
much.
them.
Cheddar jalapeno is one of those incarnations though that I really
Why?
like.
What is it?
It's the
is it the
jalapeno flavor.
medium hot? Like
It's
you
the
can still
jalapeno flavor.
taste
It's the
it?
combination of cheddar and jalapeno. It's like
Yeah.
a jalapeno popper kind of a thing going on. I really
Yeah,
enjoy
Flamin'
it.
Hot's too extreme for me. These are the perfect mixture of
Yeah.
kick.
I'll tell you what it
kick.
is. These have flavor. Like
Yes.
the hot, they're not that hot, right?
No.
But they have a really nice flavor.
Yeah.
Whereas the Flamin' Hot Cheetos has the flavor of Flamin' Hot, right? It's just kind of there. It's ambiguous heat.
Like licking rust. Is that what we're talking
yeah,
about?
sure.
Yeah.
This is a really nice flavor.
And it's got the best cheetle.
It does.
some good Cheetle.
Yeah. And we should clarify, we're not going to be doing like all the flavors of every chip always because there are so many different flavors out there of all these chips.
There's like
And
50
they
of
come and
this.
go.
We tried to pick the more popular, steady brands of it.
Like, did you know there's like Mountain Dew and Pepsi in Japan?
Yep.
Strawberry and peanut and masala in other countries.
Yep.
Like, I want to try each of these.
I've got fresh shrimp flavor in China, brown sugar cube in Japan.
Okay.
Corn on the cob American turkey. That's one in China.
probably not. Yeah, probably not here in America.
Yeah. Mexican street corn, cheesy enchilada, honey. They have Sweetos, which are kind of the sweet version of Cheetos as well.
I'd eat them.
So there's a lot of variety out there, but this is definitely a tier 1. I don't know if you guys noticed. We have all these chips here on the table here in Kent's mom's basement.
Joe, they can't see them.
Yeah, but
They didn't notice.
We told them before they were here.
Oh, okay. They're here.
So we were trying all of them, and almost every single time after I was done trying one, I'd go back to the
As you
Cheetos
should.
nacho or Cheetos cheddar jalapeno.
Because it's a tier 1.
Yes,
It's
it
delicious.
is. Zach,
So you know how I feel about
Oh,
Cheetos.
if it was
crunchy.
if it was puffy.
These are puffy.
If
they
you
would
had a
be tier
Cheetos
one.
thumb, because that's basically what a puff is.
But these are P. Diddy, so I don't know about that.
oh jeez.
No, these are tier 1.
oh,
Again, first time I've had them was for this show this week, and I went, oh, those are really nice.
They're nice.
They really taste good. Good aftertaste. Good. Yeah. Good
that
Cheetle.
and Chester's wearing a cowboy hat on the bag.
Yeah, he is.
Is he wearing sunglasses?
What would his slogan be, Zach?
Do you know what?
Yeah,
Hold on. Here we go.
Zach,
Here we go.
do it. That's brilliant.
This is.
I'm keeping that in the show.
That is the best slogan you've come up with.
I got nothing.
Do you know
At this
what-
point, I'm honestly still stuck on what peak it was. Peak Cheetle like Hotel Rwanda. Yeah, I got nothing.
He's a little drunk on the bag. Do you know that? I love you, Zach.
I like it's one of those slogans like ellipses at the end.
Fill the blank. Write your name if you want.
We had way too much fun with the Cheetos.
Yeah, we
we
did.
need to bring it down a notch. We need to go visit Miss Vickie and her sea salt chips.
Did you know she's a real person, by the way?
She seems lovely.
Yeah, Vickie and Bill Kerr.
Yeah.
Kerr, K-E-R-R.
yeah.
I have only ever seen her chips at Subway.
That's probably you're going to
I think
find
that's
them
probably
there.
it, yeah.
Because it's Miss Vickie's is one where you don't see them like in the stores.
No.
At least I didn't see them around very much. They were introduced around 1987. We're doing the Miss Vickie's sea salt, by the way. There are
I think
other
this is
varieties.
essentially the representative of the Miss Vickie's
Of Miss Vickie's.
brand.
This is one of the more
Yeah.
popular flavors. This is one where she did the serving by bag, so it was 210 calories per bag.
Actually, these have lots of carbs and lots of saturated fat, among the highest on the list.
Yeah, because she uses is it peanut oil? I believe.
I believe so, yeah. Based
Where-
on her mother's recipe.
Yeah.
I mean, based on her mother's recipe, but now Hostess Frito-Lay, PepsiCo owns them. So, yeah.
These are also kettle chips, right? If they got that kind of kettle
Yes.
chip
Yeah.
texture to them.
They're
Yeah.
definitely stronger
And they're-
heartier.
Yeah.
Kettle chips are hit and miss for me in that regard in texture.
I agree.
Because they can be really hard. Like, not like crunchy hard, just like rock hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of that as much.
Like you bite into them, a filling might fall out of your tooth. Is that what you're saying?
Every once in a while, for example, with the barbecue Lays, right? You'll get one that's a little over seasoned, a little overcooked, and a little hard.
Yeah.
But you can deal with it.
And this
'cause
is
they're
almost
so
every
thin.
one.
Yeah, this is like all of them. But then if you get one of these that are burned, oh, good luck.
Perfectly sprinkled with sea salt, this flavor is a great complement to any sandwich.
You know, I do see this paired up a lot with like delis and, like I mentioned, Subway. I worked at a sandwich restaurant once upon a time, several years ago, and we sold the Miss Vickie's brand. And I'll tell you what, like the sea salt ones kind of were in the middle as far as when they'd go off the shelves.
Yeah.
The jalapeno ones were always last. They never went.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think this is a terribly popular chip. It's just the one that
it's
it's
not.
there. It's the option.
I actually think, Joel, I don't really like standard potato chips.
Which
honestly.
is just, I mean, they're...
Because sea salt is like the plain one, right?
Yeah.
It's good if you want to put it on your sandwich and have like the crunch.
Let's face it, can you really taste the difference between sea salt and regular salt?
No.
I can't either.
I think they're vastly different.
Really?
No. Oh. I just think the
I'll
sea
go
salt.
on.
Whenever I see something with sea salt, I just feel like the actual kernel is larger.
Yeah.
Whenever I see sea salt, I think
Branding.
it's the organic, where it's like they can just slap organic on something.
Yeah.
That doesn't really mean anything, but they can
It's
put
like
it on
it's like chubby
ooh.
salt, basically. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Probably.
Are you salt shaming right now?
Salt shaming? These are boring. These are fine, but I'll be upset if I'm at a barbecue and these are the last ones there. It's a tier 3.
Yeah. Tier 3 for me as well. Not because I don't like them, because I think I would eat every single chip on this list. It's just, Miss Vickie's is not one I come across very often, nor would I care to.
No.
And I will also give it a tier 3. Though I do like the crunch of a kettle chip.
If it's done right.
Yeah.
I'm
And
a
I think
fan.
these are done pretty well. But this is a fine chip. You'll pretty much take every other chip above it. But I do like kettle, for the record. All right, let's move back to the Lay's world here. But I want to talk salt and vinegar Lay's.
These were introduced in the 1950s, one of the earlier flavors of Lay's chips. It all starts with farm-grown potatoes, cooked and seasoned to perfection. Then we add just the right balance of tangy vinegar.
The right amount?
Which is none, because I'm pretty sure, that if I remember, I was reading up on this, all the acidity on these chips comes from the citric acid, not from vinegar.
It still tastes
Liars.
of vinegar,
So it
but
makes
it's
it
obviously
feel like
a
That
vinegar
back. I'm
concoction.
going to confirm
If
this.
they
Wait, are you going to
literally
eat one right now?
No, I'm looking at the ingredients.
If they literally tasted like vinegar, no one would eat them. They make you feel
No,
like
but they're
vinegar.
trying to emulate the fish and chips vinegar flavor.
Yeah.
Where it's like you dump
So,
malt vinegar all over your
Joel,
potatoes.
value police. If you get Lay's flavor chips, not their standard original,
Yeah.
you're actually getting 5 less chips per bag. So anytime you get Lay's flavored, you get 5 less chips. It saves the company $50 million a year by
Wow.
excluding those.
Wait, so if you
those
get a
5
flavored
chips.
chip, you get less chips?
Yeah.
So you get more
any
value,
flavor?
but a
More
worse
value,
chip.
yes, from the original.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, too, because they're putting more ingredients in that's going to cost them more.
Yeah.
So they give you less.
Yes, they're cutting corners.
Yeah. By the way, vinegar is on this ingredients list, but is the last thing on there. Malic acid is before
And
that.
this is 9.5 calories per chip, but that is empty calories. These are among my worst. These will give you probably the worst breath of anything on this table here. I wouldn't want to speak to anyone. I would want them to put a mask on after eating these. Way too sour for me.
Okay.
Tier 3.
Well, there are two types of people in this world, Kent.
Go on.
Those that love salt and vinegar and those that have taste buds. Because it's...
Thank you. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
No, because salt and vinegar, and I fully acknowledge people out there love it. People,
Yeah.
There are people out there who love salt and vinegar.
Very
Your
acquired taste.
mom
Yeah.
loves salt and vinegar.
Take it easy. Don't talk about my mom
That's
that way.
true. She came down here and she had salt and vinegar chips.
Oh,
Like,
you're
I
right.
love those.
She has bad taste.
But people either love them or hate them. There really is not a lot of middle ground. People are like, meh, it's okay, I guess. And so I'm going to say it's tier 3 as well. I'm not a fan of these. I'm not a fan of the vinegar flavor on my chips.
Zach, here we go.
Looking forward to this. They're okay, I guess.
I should have guessed.
Tier 2.
I should have guessed, Mr. Here's my slogan. Hey, what are so you're lukewarm on the salt and vinegar?
These are the worst until they're not.
What?
Yeah. I used to hate them.
Make sense.
I used to hate them, and then I aged.
Wait, so they're the worst until your taste buds mature. Is that what you're saying?
Or they burned
they're
off.
burned off.
Okay.
Yeah. The potato glass got in there and cut them all off. I don't know what it is. I think that these are like the first one you eat is not good, and then the second and third one are like, okay, I get it. This is pretty
Okay,
good.
I will concede that Zach kind of has a point where when I've had to eat a bag of when I've been forced by gunpoint to eat a bag of these.
Eat these salt and vinegar chips.
Don't make me. But no, what I've eaten not a bag, but I've eaten like a handful of these. Like the first one is kind of like, oh, like the second one's kind of like, man, I still don't
They
like
get
it.
progressively.
And then I'm like, I'll finish.
Joel's buzzed again.
Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but there's something that goes around in the vocal world, theater and singing and all that if your throat is feeling not so hot, you get some tea with some honey and lemon and things like that, and a bag of salt and vinegar potato chips. And that apparently is supposed to help and soothe your throat.
Wow.
Not
Can
sure
I
how
just
true
do
it
the
is.
chips?
But the chips were just...
Making the tea just sounds too complicated. I just want a bag of chips.
The chips were just kicking around dressing rooms that I've been in before. And I'm like, I'll try those.
But that's got to do horror. That's horrible on stage to have salt and vinegar breath.
You're straight up getting spit on. Like the least of your worries.
What if you have a
is someone's
kissing
breath.
scene?
I've never.
What a nightmare.
Have you seen me? I've never had a kissing scene.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that kind of character.
You're not an ingenue?
No. Ingenue?
Is that a thing?
All right. Next, we're going to talk about Tostitos. Original.
Tostitos.
So we're going back to tortilla chips, which we briefly talked about in the last one, because it doesn't really quite fit here.
The hint of lime.
Last time, for some reason, we started with hint of lime.
Because we did a randomizing
True,
number.
we do, it's
We
true.
got- I think
Now
we
we're
need a little
talking
more
original.
control over that. You mentioned this, Zach, that in your barbershop, because you
Yes.
work in a barbershop, you were just asking random people what their favorite chip was. When you just said, what's your favorite chip, you would get answers like potato or tortilla, right?
Yeah, well, specifically, a lot of people said, you know what? I got to say my favorite chip is, just the regular Tostitos, man, with a really good salsa. I'm like, time out.
Yeah, super good.
That's the thing. We're talking just the chip. So this is a thing. This is a chip that's dependent on the success of others.
Some of these corn chips are actually, or potato chips, we can dip into things, and they're still good or even better.
You are
So-
not... nobody in the history of Earth has ever dipped a Lay's potato chip in anything. Like a regular Lay's.
Do you know why?
Oh, all
because
the
they
time.
lose it
What?
in the French onion dip, and they have to
It'll
dip their
snap
fingies in there.
It'll snap in half in water. Like it's too thin.
You dip your chips in water?
Potato glass, dude.
Even the description mentions that these chips are dependent on dips.
The picture on the bag says that.
These classic chips go great with dips, nachos, or in one of our delicious party recipes. They're perfect for get-togethers and getting the family together around the table.
They're an essential chip. You should every
Yes.
pantry in America should have these in them.
I have really bad news. 20 calories per chip. 20.
No.
Yeah.
But they're so simple.
I've got 140 calories per serving. There's no way the math is right.
7 chips.
No.
Yes.
I refuse to believe.
Division, Joel.
Whenever I eat them, though, they have substantially more because they're generally topped with cheese and meat and beans.
Do you guys,
Guacamole and
do you guys prefer, this is another question I just want to ask you guys, strips, triangles, circles, or scoops?
Ooh,
what
scoops.
configuration is your chip?
Restaurant-style triangles. So
The
they're a little
triangles.
thinner.
scoops.
You like the scoops?
Yep.
That's a lot of dip.
Yeah.
If I'm,
Perfect.
if I'm doing 7-layer dip, definitely
Yeah,
scoops.
yeah.
Or Frito scoops.
I actually don't like the strips as much.
No, I
Because
don't
then
like
they
the
will
strips.
break, and you're like, oh, it's 2 chips?
I'm a fan of the strips.
But these are generally Tostitos original are the strips.
Yeah. I like strips. I like the circles a lot.
Yeah.
Triangles for me are reserved for Doritos.
Okay. Are you shapist?
I'm a shapist, yes.
I'm going to put it out there. I do consider these tier 1. Yes, they are dependent on what they go with. But even if I'm just eating a tortilla chip, they're very salty. But the salt is just right and not off-putting. So I will have a little side next to my sloppy Joe or something like that. And and it could pick up anything that falls off my sandwich.
Makes sense.
So tier 1.
They need salsa. They need queso. And so I scored them on their own merit. I'm never going to just...
But you said every pantry needs...
Every pantry needs them because you need them for other stuff. You know,
Every
it's
pantry-
a base ingredient.
Every pantry needs flour. I'm not going to go grab a handful of that.
Tier 1.
Exactly.
Flour.
Exactly.
Tier 1 flour.
Yeah, flour's tier 1 for
Save it
sure.
for our flour ranking show.
Same, baked goods. I don't know. It's a tier 3. I'm never going to eat these chips on their own.
And I'm going to split the difference and say tier 2.
All right.
These are the vanilla of the chip world where
they're salt.
I eat them, and kind of like the salt and vinegar, the more I eat, the tastier they get.
Yeah, it's true.
Last time, I believe, we talked about Fritos, just standard Fritos, right?
Yeah.
This time, we're getting into a fun flavor. That's Fritos chili cheese.
These came out in the mid-1980s. Here's the description. A corn chip that intertwines chili and cheese to create a savory snack full of delicious crunch. I feel like they're just, all these chip descriptions, there's like this kind of like Mad Lib thing where it's
Yeah.
like they're just using the same
Throw
words
cheese
over
in
and
there.
over again.
Throw crunch.
I would
Give me
say-
an adjective. Cheesy.
80% of anything seasoned says that it's seasoned to perfection, whether it is or isn't.
These are high calorie, by the way. I have
I
180
believe
calories per serving.
But per serving is a
Fritos
bag.
in general are.
It's per bag. So they don't give you like a chip amount. in the bag. It's just kind of guesswork.
Did you do the math?
No, but the value is there's 113 chips per dollar.
Ooh.
Yeah, so go from there, whatever that means.
Yeah. This is funny because do you guys know what Frito pie is?
Yeah. Frito, we talked about this on the last show. It's great.
But the thing is, I never call it Frito pie. I call it like walking tacos.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
And
It's walking Phoenix, Joel.
but you put chili and cheese on a bag of chili cheese Fritos or regular Fritos, and they call it a pie, and it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
But the world record for the largest Frito pie was in 2012 at the State Fair of Texas, using 635 bags of Fritos, 660 cans of Hormel chili, and 580 bags of shredded cheddar cheese. It weighed in at 1,325 pounds.
Oh,
That's a big Frito
it
pie.
was a cheat day, I guess.
Because people have been putting chili and cheese together since probably the 1930s when Fritos were invented. But just so putting them together makes sense.
Yeah. I had these as tier 3 previous to recording this show. I think they're too salty. There's too much going on. In fact, I feel like these were used to preserve meat back in pioneer times. You put it in a barrel on meat, but they have been bumped up to tier 2.
Based on tasting tonight?
Yes.
Wow.
So I don't like them. I would probably rather eat Fritos original over these because it's just, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
But yeah, tier 2.
You would consider them tier 3 if you finished the bag.
Yes, I would.
You really would?
Actually, I think of them as tier 3, but they got bumped up based on another chip.
Oh, there you go. Well, these, the first like palmful of these, I go, man, these are really flavor packed. These are really good. Fritos, good texture, good crunch, everything. I just get sick of them so fast.
Same.
So for me, they're a tier 3.
Tier 1.
Whoa,
Yeah, I thought so. I know you like Fritos a lot.
I really do enjoy the cumin flavor. I think there's cumin flavor. It's just like chili. But these are either the honey barbecue twists or the chili cheese. Either one I'm going to be happy with. I will finish the entire bag.
Is this one of your go-tos?
Definitely.
Okay.
This is definitely one of my go-tos when I see the bag of bags. And I want to get these ones because they're
You
one
can
of my
take them.
favorites. Thank you.
We'll be pleased with that.
Yeah, I'll be happy to have them.
You'll have to get the cheesy mix bag of bags, which is the superior bag of bags.
Ooh,
Just
is
so
it
you know.
cheesy mix?
The cheesy mix bag of bags. Highly recommend.
Can you say cheese again?
cheese?
All right, thank you.
Easy, cheesy, dangerously. You what?
Zach slogans.
Oh no!
Hashtag
Not
Zach
again,
slogans.
Zach. We're giving you a pass. Like, just stop doing that.
I mean, I'm having a cheese stroke. All right, I want to know. Well, first of all, who in the room here is feeling like they have the skinniest hands today? Because you're going to come in clutch as we talk about Pringles.
Okay, guys.
Pringles.
Here's what Kellogg's has to say about Pringles Original.
Okay.
When you're an original, you set the standard for how it's done. And with the tantalizing taste of potato, you'll be...
Hold on.
I know, tantalizing taste of potato.
Tantalizing.
I don't think any potato has been called tantalizing.
Some Idaho, the tantalizing
Some Idaho
state.
farmer is like, oh yeah. That's
Tantalizing taste of potato. You'll be taking this gold standard all the way to the flavor bank. It's the one salty snack that hits the spot every time.
Hold on. Flavor Bank.
Yeah, Guy Fieri wrote
Fieri
this.
You know what
wrote
it is?
this.
It's all the eyes of potatoes. They're just so tantalizing.
Now, these cannot be called chips. These hyperbolic paraboloid? I can't even say it.
Paraboloid.
Shapes, saddle shapes. Thank you.
Hyperbolic saddle shapes.
Hyperbolic saddle shapes.
If that's not a band name,
We tried, but it was already copyrighted.
I know. They got the website and everything.
Yeah, but
Go to
these
Bandcamp. You can find them.
I'll
These-
get you a tagline.
are salty. They're tasty, but they're also pretty plain. And the Pringles texture is not for everyone. Some people don't like them because they don't taste like chips. However, on their website, on Pringles' website, they have some reviews that I'd like to read now.
Go on.
This one is from Jesse02. We love it. Thanks for being me happy. At school and at home,
Did
we
Zach
enjoy
read
our...
this?
Hold on, don't interrupt Jesse02. At school and at home, we enjoy our snacks, from his family to ours.
Oh, who's his family?
I don't know.
That sounds
That's words out of a hat.
Here's a review from Anonymous. I have 3 reviews I'm going to read. A review from Anonymous. Prongles.
Stop it. That's it.
No.
5 stars.
Prongles. They are nice to good to share good for party. R as a snack.
Oh, no. You should have ended with that one.
Oh, well, I really like this last one from M. Boone as well. My husband is happy very much to snack.
That was Borat.
Yes.
Prongles.
Oh, no. Oh, I forgot the last part of that. My husband is very much happy to snack. I am happy to enjoy this food until we enjoy it with my wife.
Oh, it's Tommy Wiseau.
What?
I don't know. It's like they're
So
writing
if
for
you
2
share
people.
it with too many people, I don't understand.
I don't understand either. But they literally, if you go to the Pringles
polyamorous chip eating is not tasty.
I highly recommend going to the Pringles website and reading the reviews. They're great.
Wow, that is amazing.
User reviews on Pringles.
By the way, 16 Pringles is 160 calories, which is basically like a millimeter thick. If you just put 16 chips all together. But you don't put the chips together because you use them as duck lips.
Yeah, or you try to put them in the vertically.
Saddles.
Yeah, in your mouth.
Yes.
Complicated. But original Pringles, I give it tier 3. Flavors, fine, but it's not one I would choose over other flavors.
Complete disagreement. Being the original, I'm going to stick with the website. Maybe not tantalizing, but it is the original. It's the OG that you go to as a kid before they had all these newfangled flavors.
Are you saying Pringles, they are nice, too good to share for a party?
I am anonymous, Joel.
I knew it.
I wrote that review. So I think based on legacy and because of growing up with them, and taste isn't as good as many chips on this list, but it's still a tier 1 legacy chip.
How could you give Tostitos a tier 3?
I gave it tier 1.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
I gave it a tier 3.
What was the thing you gave it tier 3 that I was getting after you about? Because it was the original.
Nothing. I have had great choices this entire show.
Yeah.
Zach?
Tier 3.
Ah.
I don't like these. I don't want to eat
I like them. I just prefer the flavor.
They're too salty for me.
What?
These are too salty.
Barely any salt there.
They're too salty.
You're too salty.
Now we have Pringles sour cream and onion.
The awesomeness of sour cream, onion, and potato together can't be measured by modern science. We've decided it's simply...
They tried?
Yeah, they tried. They couldn't do it. They were like, hey, do you want to go? Or no?
The laboratory. There.
We've decided it's simply a flavor combination nature intended and man perfected. We don't question it. We just keep making them as long as you keep nomming them.
That sounds...
They said nom.
They said nomming.
Nom, 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 nom.
That sounds like a tagline for like a 1950s science fiction movie. Like
Now-
they can't stop making them.
Now, these are controversial, the sour cream and onion Pringles are, because everyone seems to claim that the recipe has changed recently. And, well, I'm just going from the comments on
Like
the
it's
Pringles
got
site.
weaker.
Everyone's, they're like,
I feel
these
like
are
it's-
flavorless.
it is
These are
weaker,
flavorless.
yes.
These used to have green specks. These were different. They had more white powder. But Kellogg's keeps saying, no, we haven't changed the recipe. We haven't. And I'm like,
Well, hold on. Let
no.
me look at the thing. Oh, it does say now with Mandela effect. Okay.
But Sam, review from Sam says, just don't understand why the sour cream is always broken.
This is McDonald's.
They are broken more often.
You
He's
think
on
sour
to
cream ones
something.
are?
Yeah.
As opposed to any others?
More than the cheddar.
Do you know why? I go to the store and I shake up everything.
You
Sour
monster.
cream and onion. The review from it's just 3 M's. Just know the awful onions taste lasted for about 15 hours.
Whoa. See a doctor immediately. Jeez.
And then finally, this review from Ginger. Bought these for my husband and grandson. I bought 6 cans by grandson, tried to take all 6 cans home. My husband shares 3 cans with him. They both live the flavor.
Live the flavor.
That is a slogan right there.
That's the slogan.
Live the flavor.
Thanks, Brenda.
Yeah.
Grab sunglasses. Live the flavor.
And maybe the recipe has changed. I'm not sure, but I'm going to give him a tier 1 because when I go to Pringles, sour cream and onion is going to be the first one I reach for.
All right. The last one I reach for is tier 3. I do not like this taste.
Is that why you shake them all up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I don't want anyone to enjoy them. Yeah. It's tier 3.
What's there to hate about them? They're sour cream and
I
onion.
don't really care for sour cream and onion, though my tastes have matured, I've noticed, in this show. But based on the ranking of all the other chips,
When I worked at Best Buy, we served the tiny stack of Pringles.
Served?
The little, yeah.
like a Best Buy restaurant.
Well, we sold them.
Okay.
We sold them. And I would get them as snacks. I had snack time every day. And it was always a huge debate
You guys had
between...
snack time at Best Buy?
I had snack time.
Was it
at
on a
Best Buy.
blanket?
I would go over the radio and
Wait.
go, hey guys, what snack should I get today?
Remember how you had to help customers and speak to them directly? And you ate sour cream and onion chips?
I had a mask on. It was fine. No, I would always have a debate between the sour cream and onion and the cheddar, which we talked about on the last chip show. Both were so good. Never even considered the original, but I was always this internal debate of do I get the cheddar? Do I get the sour cream and onion? I just had to alternate because these are so good.
Yeah.
I love these. These are tier 1.
Yes. Thank
Well,
you,
we're
Zach.
Yeah.
we're definitely split on the
Yeah.
Pringles chips.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's just keep it going with the Pringles train. Tell me about pizza.
I'll tell you about pizza.
Pizza's a lie.
Pizza makes people happy. Pringles make people happy. Combine the two and your party will be known as the happiest place on earth. If morning after cold pizza is your thing, store the can in the fridge.
No, it doesn't.
It literally
You made that up.
I did not. I'm reading that verbatim from the site.
That's a lie.
You can go to Pringles.com or whatever the website is.
Joel, can you hit me with a review?
A review of this one?
You have a
oh,
review?
you bet.
Oh, yes.
I've got a review from Mirren that says, at first, it does not taste so good, but as you get used to it, it tastes amazing.
I like her
It
style.
was amazing in caps. I need to
And
know.
here's a review from Jay. Absolutely class Pringles. Ate them all myself. This bit's just here because of minimum character count in it.
I honestly did it in it. No, it didn't.
In it. It says in it.
I think every one of those reviews, if you speak them
was a
in a
no.
Cockney accent, they actually kind of make sense.
Yeah.
And here's the review from Jason, Jayson, which I'm pretty sure is Kent.
It's a kid from Utah.
Here we go. Review from basically Kent. Italy has nothing on this pizza flavor. Seductive cheesy base with a tinge of tomato in the aftertaste. Keeps my mouth moist anytime I can find them.
You think I would write moist? You think I would say moist? I said
you
moist many times.
I was expecting these to be horrible. I have these.
These reviews?
No, these chips.
No, those are perfect.
I was expecting them to be terrible. I have them in like the deep recesses of my teenage memory, right? I don't really ever eat these. I never pick those. But when I had them, they're not as bad as I thought they would be. They are not too bad. Though I have never had a pizza that tastes like this.
Never. It's more ketchup-y taste, like a ketchup chip.
Yeah.
It's the sauce on a frozen pizza.
It doesn't taste like pizza, but there's definitely a woof of nostalgia for me.
Oh, a different kind of woof, not a woof onion.
Not a woof onion.
A woof
It's a
nostalgia.
Woof of nostalgia.
So, Zach, I disagree. I had the opposite effect. I remember eating them when I was younger going, oh, pizza chips. Like, these are pretty good because it's like you have a slumber party or something.
There's a novelty to them.
And then I had one tonight right before we recorded.
You did.
And I didn't quite pull the face that maybe my mom made when she ate one.
She was very, very vocal.
But I went, oh, I need to change my ranking because either there was too much powder on that specific chip or not. But it was horrible. It's a tier 3 for me.
I wouldn't say horrible. There's definitely a whiff of nostalgia. This is a tier 2 for
Okay.
me. I still like them, but it's not like they don't taste like pizza. It tastes like pizza seasonings.
Joel, we matched up on every Pringle. I'm tier 2 as well.
We're Pringle pals.
Pringle buddies, Pringle pals.
I guess I got the small hands.
You have the small hands.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, now let's go back to the crunchy side of things with the Kettle brand jalapeno chips.
So these are made by Campbell's Soup. That's who does these.
Campbell's
ones.
is another company that is way bigger than you think. They
Yeah.
are.
But here's the description. If you can't take the heat, get out of the chips.
Hold on, what? Hold on. Get out of the chips?
Get out of the chips.
Like, wait. We're in the chips?
bag. Because Kettle brand jalapeno potato chips have absolutely no chill. Cut thick and flavored with authentic jalapeno. Every hearty bite slaps harder than the last.
Why was that so seductive?
This ain't Miss Vickie's anymore.
But that's very, again, aggressive 90s, and these are kind of a plain looking chip.
I feel SE actually harassed by that tagline.
Well, these are, Kettle Foods is like marketed as this all natural
Yeah.
foods. And so it felt very weird to read that. By the way, their potato chips are fried using expeller pressed high monosaturated salt, safflower.
I'm drooling right now.
and/or
Hold on,
sunflower
take it
oil.
easy.
Joel, I got to be honest, I didn't understand any of those words.
Nor did I.
Okay.
This company was originally founded by Cameron Healy in 1978 and produced the first potato chips in 1982. However, in August 2008, they had a big lawsuit because apparently they had a bunch of carcinogens in their chips. So they settled out of court in 2008, and then they were bought out like the next year.
Yeah.
So
Like we talked about, the crunch of these is real. The kettle cooking.
I should clarify, they did cut their carcinogens.
Oh, thank goodness.
An 87% reduction of carcinogens.
I'd be fine either way.
Do you guys ever have those dreams where your teeth break?
No,
You don't?
never have.
You never have. Joel, you?
I don't think I've had one like that.
Oh, you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
All I have dreams where my teeth are broken. And I wake up and I go, I do, well, they're still there.
I may have, but I don't.
And it's always because I'm eating kettle chips in my dream. No, truly, there is a time when I choose kettle chips jalapeno, this specific flavor every time. And it's when I go somewhere and get a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. These pair
good combo.
extremely well
That
together.
goes well.
But that's about the only time I'll get them. So I'm kind of right in the middle. It is a tier 2 for me because I like the taste with particular sandwiches.
Okay. There are other flavors of kettle chips, of course. Some of the more unique ones that I read about was pepperoncini, sriracha, crispy bacon and maple, Gressingham duck, and mature cheddar and red onion.
Oh, well, that description is mature for sure.
But kettle brand jalapeno, we have these around the house pretty regularly. I just had some before coming here, and I do enjoy them. They're tier 1.
Okay, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you eat a whole bag and be fine? Not like a
No,
giant
a
bag,
whole
but
bag,
like
no.
a grab-size bag.
Sure, a grab side bag, sure. But and I have plowed through. You know how you kind of absent-mindedly grab chips in a bag, and if you have the bag, you just keep eating chips while you're watching
Right.
something? I've gone way too deep into a bag before I realized, oh no, I've eaten almost this whole thing.
That's what I'm talking about with the self-regulating thing. Anyway, these are really tasty. They have a good crunch, really good texture. I like the aftertaste flavor. They ended up as a tier 2. They started on my list as a tier 1, and it just got slightly bumped. These are good chip, good solid choice. Let's talk ridges, shall we? We're going to get into the Ruffles side of things with
Zack,
cheddar and sour cream.
You're a kid. Do you remember?
What?
You're a child.
Ruffles have ridges.
Do you remember Ruffles have ridges?
I think it made a comeback. I think it
kinda
was.
did, but they were really doing that rolling R campaign for a while. Like there was this one where this guy's like, "Oh, tell me those 3 words I love to hear," and the girl goes, "Ruffles have ridges." And he's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Zach would say he has sunglasses.
Well, and you remember
Stop that.
3 words.
Do you remember also the Cajun guy, the Cajun cook?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
guarantee. Mm-hmm. I watched that. That was for a specific flavor. That was for Cajun spice,
Which is not around.
Ruffles. No.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that marketing campaign, I have no idea who Justin Wilson, the cook in Cajun, is, but I remember that commercial very vividly.
We watch TV way too much.
Yeah. Zach, which one are we starting with?
Let's do cheddar and sour cream.
A blend of rich, velvety cheddar with smooth, creamy sour cream flavor.
These
That's
are
all you need to do. That's all you need to do, chip
Yeah, that's
brands.
it.
That's it.
14.5 calories per chip. So a lot.
Yeah. These originally
That's a
came
lot of
out
goodness.
in around 1986, and they are the sliced corrugated potato products.
I don't like the term corrugated with my food.
But they're really good for dipping, though.
Oh,
the
they're
structure
no,
is
they are
perfect.
so strong.
Yeah.
Like they skip leg day, but upper body strength.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah,
Zach, what do you give these ones?
Tier 1.
Yeah?
When I had
even with the sour cream.
when I had snack time at the Best Buy, these were the go-to. These are the default.
Always
So
chips.
orange
You're always
cheddar
eating
sour cream,
chips.
yeah.
Well, all it was chips or candy bars. So
So, vegetables have been invented, Zach.
what?
How are you still alive?
I was at Best Buy. They were gamers. No, these are honestly, they're a chip that always are in my house. We always have like a full size bag of these, and I'll go to them all the time. These are maybe my favorite chip.
Ooh, they're good.
Love them. Tier 1.
Ruffles have the ability to have seasoning and still be dippable. Mm-hmm. And I think that's
These
a
dipped
good trait.
In like you can dip these in like nacho cheese. You can just dip them in sour cream,
Ranch.
My wife likes some
Water,
cottage cheese,
ketchup.
They don't break
Barbecue
in water.
shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp and potatoes.
Plain Ruffles, not my favorite, but the seasoning is just right with the corrugation here. I don't like the sour cream element of chips, so I give these a tier 2. Still tasty though.
I absolutely love the flavor of these chips. Love it. But
No but.
every single time I eat them, my stomach hurts. It's like this weird, I don't know, with MSG or some ingredient in those chips.
All
tastes
Ruffles
so
or
good in my
just
mouth.
this specific
just
flavor?
This one, just cheddar and sour cream.
Wow.
And I love them, but then I get like this kind of like upper gastrointestinal like bubble where it's just like pressing against my rib cage and it hurts.
Can describe it more.
I want to say TMI,
No,
but
but
I've shared a lot of weird stuff.
But that's the weird thing is it's not like a normal kind of tummy ache. It's like this weird kind of upper chest cavity thing going on. And I'm like, what the heck happened? But it just...
They should have warned you about that on the bag.
I know, but I love the flavor. And so I'm going to have to give them a tier 2 because I love them, but I'm always like, I love them. Do I want to suffer?
It's like a health risk, but you're still going to eat them?
Yeah. They're so good. So tier 2 from me.
Well, what about the sour cream and onion Ruffles?
A chill combination of cool sour cream and herby green onion.
This time with no stomach bubble.
No, yeah. Can you describe it more for
Yeah.
me?
And Ruffles sour cream and onion, it's weird because I when I think of sour cream and onion, I think of Pringles. I
Yeah.
think of Lay's. I don't think of Ruffles. I don't know why. They don't enter the mix in that regard. I'm giving these a tier 2, even though I like them, just because it's like, oh yeah, they have sour cream and onion as well.
I hated these on principle until Zach bought all these chips yesterday, and then I started eating them, and I'm like, wow, I think I've grown up. I don't mind these.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
It's the white chocolate palette because you're 40 now.
Because now I'm 40 and I can appreciate sour cream and onion in sparse amounts, so it is a tier 2 because they're not going to be my go-to.
Which is fine. I mean, that's the thing. Is like we're not saying they're bad chips.
Like there's a sting of onion here, which you can
there
tell.
is. There's a hook of onion, a woof of onion at the end, I guess.
These are a classic.
Yeah?
These are a tier 1 for me.
Okay, that's
Ruffles in general as a chip, I feel like they on their own are good. Like you were saying with the dip thing, they are good on their own, but they also elevate a dip if you use them.
Yeah.
They have the ability to make your experience of chip eating better.
like the cheddar and sour cream in a dill dip is quite good.
Well, even the sour cream and onion in a French onion dip or just sour cream again. These are good.
Yeah.
This is a tier 1.
Or cottage cheese, right? Right, Zach?
Blech.
Right?
Gross. Trying to be positive here. These are good. Tier 1. All right, let's get into the jalapeno ranch Ruffles.
Now, this is one where I saw it on a list, and I was like, oh, yeah, totally, because we get these all the time at my house. But then you guys had never tried them before.
I think you're keeping the business alive.
I had never
all my heard of them before.
Never even seen the bag.
Literally all my kids, from oldest to youngest, enjoy this, except for my oldest son, who ate too many one time and got sick, and now he can never eat them.
That's like me and chicken and biscuit. I
Yeah?
puked. I can't eat them ever again.
Oh, it's the worst.
Salsa
Save it for our crack show.
Salsa verde Tostitos for me.
Oh, really?
Can't eat
Okay.
'em. Yep.
Save it for our ate too much and got sick of it show.
And we're going to eat it all on the show again.
It's revisit. No, it's revisit those dishes.
Watermelon Slurpee.
But jalapeno ranch, Kent was convinced that the sour cream and onion and the jalapeno ranch had no.
I'm not the only one.
They are very
like
similar.
the barber, Zack here. Like we taste tested, and there's a slight difference, but I maybe am not that experienced with super tasting, and so we did a blind taste test here.
We did it in the
And Joel put his hands behind his back. We
did.
said, "Okay, your right hand is specific chip. Eat," and he knew immediately.
Yes, because I eat jalapeno ranch all the time.
Yeah.
It's a very familiar flavor. I'm giving it a tier 1, in fact, and my wife, as I was walking out the door, she actually said, "What are you giving jalapeno ranch Ruffles?" And
It's like personal.
And I told her tier 1. She's like, "Oh, thank goodness." And she's like, "Tell the others to be nice."
Well, this is sour cream and onion spicy older sister,
Ooh.
and it's a tier 1.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a new chip to me as of yesterday.
a new favorite.
And honestly, there's a lot of tier 2 here, and maybe it belongs there for me because I'm not going to go out and buy this one purposely, but I would eat this at a barbecue happily.
Okay.
This may be my favorite new Ruffles chip.
Aw,
So,
you made my wife very happy.
You have a lovely wife.
oh
Joel.
no, be
no.
kind, Zach.
Oh no.
This got bumped to tier 3.
Whoa!
I don't really like these.
How dare you?
I will never buy them. I will never eat them
Wait,
on purpose again.
You also agree they're very similar to sour cream and onion,
But like worse. They're
like
No.
way worse.
They have an aftertaste that I just don't enjoy. The aftertaste, for example, of the Cheetos cheddar jalapeno is good. Of the Kettle brand jalapeno is good. I don't like the aftertaste. I think it's the ranch. I think it's too ranchy, which is a weird thing to say. But
impossible.
I did not like these.
No such thing as too much
They
ranch.
made a bad first impression on me and never got better. Yeah, sorry.
Age 10 years, and then your taste buds will grow up.
We'll see.
But no, I
Maybe I
truly believe that you are now a super taster, Joel, because you basically listed the 40 ingredients in a Ruffles chip as you were eating it. And I was
You
like,
did.
it's
did a little
amazing. It was
ice
like
cream thing.
it was like a beautiful mind, but I saw the nutrition facts go through your head.
All right, this is one I was not expecting to see on this list. TGI Fridays, cheddar and bacon potato skins.
What in the world is a TGI Fridays?
Well, it's this restaurant from way back
Tony
in the
Robles?
day.
Hey,
something like that.
TGI Fridays has over 870 restaurants in around 60 countries. They're still around. Somewhat. Although I will admit I've probably eaten these chips more than I've actually been to the restaurant.
yes, that's why they're out of business, basically.
Yeah. These are made by Utz brand. This is not a Frito-Lay or a PepsiCo thing.
Okay.
And it bugs me, though, because I keep having... Do you remember the Tato Skins commercial, Kent?
Yeah.
New Tato Skins got baked potato appeal because they're made with potatoes and skins that are real. That's not these
Sung
chips.
by the guy who did Mr. Belvedere song.
Streets been to China. Never met him before. But with these chips, I always think about it when it's like baked potato skins.
Yeah.
And so that song goes in my head. And I see the bag, and it's that red and white TGI Fridays look, and this beautiful baked potato in there. Loaded baked potato looks so good. The chips are always a little bit of a letdown because they're not baked potatoes.
No. Did you hear about the lawsuit, by the way?
No.
So a woman in New York bought a bag for $2, and she said, these are nothing like potato skins. This is false advertising. She sued them for $5 million.
why did I think of that?
Yeah. I mean, imagine that. It's like, I spent $2 and I feel ripped off because these are not potato skins. Obviously, the case was thrown out. So,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But Utz does manufacture 1 million pounds of potato chips every week. And they make 395 different types of flavors of snacks.
I'm a little shocked they still make these potato chips because I don't think they're competitors
too.
in the field.
No, it's like you see these are always like the ones like the bottom right corner of the vending machine.
Yeah, where
The whole
are
stack
these
of them.
Where can you get
vending
them?
machines? I remember in
Vending
college they
machines.
were in vending machines.
I literally had to go to Best Buy to
They're
find
by the
them.
certs at the bottom of the vending machine.
How on earth? What, you can't find them in a grocery store?
No.
This is insane.
It's weird how they don't really market them like in grocery. I haven't seen them in many groceries either. It's always like these random stores, bottom shelf.
And it's because those, like, you know, having worked there, they just randomly would send us food. We just had to put it on the shelf. So there's some contract that they have with retail stores and vending machines to say,
TGI
hey,
Fridays.
keep us alive.
It's just a weird branding idea too. It's like, are TGI Fridays baked potatoes really that big of a thing that they turned them into potato
They were
chips?
so good that all the restaurants are closing.
But these aren't. I was going to say these aren't like the butter biscuits from Red Lobster chip flavor or something like that.
The chip to me tastes like a really thick baked Lay's chip.
But you know what it is? It's bacon easy cheese, the chip. It tastes like
I could see
bacon
that.
easy,
Yes.
like the cheese in a can.
But you guys are bashing on it. But I have to say the flavor's not terrible.
It's totally terrible.
I don't like it.
I like the
tier
smoky
3.
bacon flavor. I gave it a tier 3 too, but I'm not going to say, like, if someone gave me a bag of these, I wouldn't be like, ew, no, take them away.
I'm offended.
I took one bite and went, ew, no, I don't want them.
I ate multiple of these tonight and I considered bumping them up to a tier 2.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Doesn't count.
Gross, Joel.
It's a considered tier 2, Kent. That's a new category.
It's basically a Zack vote.
You
want to chips.
I appreciated the woof of bacon in these.
I always appreciate a woof of bacon. We have 3 more left. We're going to enter into Doritos territory here.
Doritos
land.
Doritos. Why did I become a jock when I talk about Doritos?
Because you got Mountain Dew.
Yeah, dude.
Mountain Dew and Doritos. Here we go. Doritos taco flavored is where we're starting today.
Now, these were one of the original flavors.
Yeah.
Not the original. The original was just plain fried corn.
I have had those, and they are boring.
They're very boring.
Yeah.
But these were the second flavor of Doritos. Here's the description. The flavor comes from taco seasoning, which includes spices. It's in
Air
quotes.
quotes.
Well, just spices.
Spices. Cheddar, cheese, sour cream, garlic, and onion powder, buttermilk, and butter.
Just one more time, Joel. Can you say spices?
Spices.
Oh, nice. The Grinch.
That's why they go to Planet Arrakis.
Yes.
To get these spices.
Spices. You just they take that clip and just insert it wherever you want.
It's already my text tone.
Yeah. But Doritos, I mean, nacho cheese didn't even come out till 1972. These were like in 1967. So these were kind of the Dorito for a while there. They're getting that really kind of...
I wonder why they treat it like the McRib, though. Where they...
It comes and goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think of like the Monster cereal, where it's like,
yeah,
we're
that too.
celebrating, so here's the Doritos taco
I think to make
flavor.
it a special thing.
I love the bag. The design,
bag is cool.
The design of it, actually,
The classic look.
The episode art for the last episode was based on this package.
Yes.
It's such a cool,
Gonna get confusing.
classic thing.
I do like this Dorito because I don't like the corn one either, Zach. But this one you can still dip into salsa, and it's good. Like this, the spices aren't too strong.
Spices.
There we go.
I give it a tier 2 because I think it's fine.
These are good. These are underrated. I'll also give it a tier 2. I get a little bit of the Fritos chili cheese vibes off of them. It just in that similar flavor profile. These are good. If they do pop up, I would recommend grabbing some.
And I give them a tier 3. These are the lesser chili cheese versions from my feel. I don't hate them. I find them, they're fine.
Yeah.
But just the infrequency of me eating them makes it kind of less desirable because I'm like, oh yeah, I like these other flavors. Who are you again?
I mean, you see the bright red and bright blue of Doritos. You're like, orange? Not so much.
It's like your old friends. You're like, come, let's hang out.
Yeah.
Then Taco comes along. You're
guys,
like,
let's ditch him. Let's get out of here.
you invited Taco? By the way, other international flavors.
Are you guys like Dorito shaming right now?
Yeah, absolutely we are.
Sure.
It was a Dorito shaming before. It was salt shaming before. That's what it was. But other flavors, I want to bring that out because like there are so many Doritos flavors that we're not going to get to.
Yeah.
But some of the international flavors I want to talk about just briefly: butter and soy sauce, cheese and almond, coconut curry, corn soup, crispy salmon, fish taco, fresh basil with smoked fresh Italian ham, Italian seafood, olive, rock taco, roe and mayonnaise.
What?
Roe and mayonnaise.
It's getting worse as
fish
you go.
eggs, sausage and beer, seaweed, stir fry, tacos at midnight, tuna mayo, wasabi, and yogurt and mint.
I would eat the coconut curry and the seaweed.
It's weird because it's just foods and flavors, and then they add the ampersand, and it becomes worse.
Yogurt and mint. I was like, that sounds weird. But I would try most of those, though, if they said, hey, you want... Well, of course, I love trying new flavors like that. And these are probably mostly found in Asian countries. But
Yeah. All right, chip bullies. What about the green bag? The salsa verde.
These are my little brother's favorite chips. I think favorite chips, not just favorite Dorito. I think this is
Overall.
favorite chips. I believe so.
These seem to be on the McRib cycle as well. And
that right, Mike?
I haven't
Let me
been
know.
able- I haven't
You can
found
find them
in a
at your
long
local
time.
Maverick or 7-Eleven at all times.
Currently.
Also, spicy nacho, which we didn't have on the list, I believe. Was
No.
that mentioned last time?
No.
I went
Quite
to
good.
both Maverick and 7-Eleven this week and couldn't find them.
Because I bought them out.
I'll blame supply chain.
If I need a spicier version of a Doritos chip, I'll generally go for salsa verde.
Salsa verde, by the way, it combines all the necessary components of the salsa verde experience. The tangy tomatillo, the slight kick of the pepper, the fresh essence of the cilantro, and the crunchy corn tortilla chip.
Joel, how do you feel about the cilantro taste of salsa verde?
Not bad. Cilantro,
Just enough.
Just enough. Cilantro is one of the
Guys, we're
things
going to
that-
be talking about this in the Facebook comments for like 3 weeks.
It's true. Used in moderation, it's fine. But I do like the taste of these. It's got like kind of a sour flavor to
Yeah,
it. It's
it
kind of
does.
nice and a little bit of a kick. I'm not going to say I love these. I'm not going to say I hate them. They're a middle of the road tier 2 for me.
Okay. I want these as a Doritos Loco taco at Taco Bell. I want this as a shell. Because remember they did the nacho cheese and Cool Ranch for a little bit? I want the salsa verde. I think it's a tier 1 chip. This is a good road trip snack right here.
Yeah.
And you do need a drink because they'll dry out your tongue immediately.
They're pretty powerful taste.
Yes.
By the way, Arch West, who was a marketing executive at Frito-Lay, he was credited with helping create the Doritos. He was buried he died in 2011, and at his funeral, his family members dusted his grave with a layer of Doritos.
That feels insulting.
But he helped create them.
Or did they
So-
use his ashes to make Doritos? And
Ashes to ashes.
Season the chips.
Ashes to ashes, dust to cheetle. I guess.
Cheetle.
I feel kind of weird about looking at my fingers.
No,
at the Cheetle.
no.
No.
The Dorito that you get on your hand.
Dorito.
From eating a salsa verde
You just had an because that's what's on your fingers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the salsa verde Dorito is so good. These are a great chip.
Yeah.
Like I think they are underrated. They really should be. Like, it should be the holy trinity of chips. Like the nacho cheese, the Cool Ranch, and the
So
salsa verde.
this is the Green Power
and
Ranger.
and Taco's over there in the corner going, "Can I be up
Yeah.
there, guys?"
There was no
Get out of here, McRib.
There was no Orange Ranger. All right. There's a Green Ranger.
Yeah, exactly. So these are tier 1 for me. Love
All
them.
right.
I have no problem with you guys put those two because it is a good chip.
I was actually, as I was going through, I've had these a lot. I'm very familiar, but I was mad I couldn't find them because I wanted them again. Do you have them? You jerk.
Do you need a fix? Is that what that was?
I'll go to Maverick
Hey man,
for
you got some of that?
You got some of the salsa verde? You got them? You got them?
in my back pocket.
And finally, we have
Finally for part 2.
we are done here with the Cool Ranch Dorito.
What's their slogan, Zach?
It's beatboxing,
You just forced that one, Zach. Your heart wasn't in it.
and I don't know.
But he came out with beatboxing, which that's going to be on the bags now. Cool Ranch Dorito.
It's gonna have a boombox.
Beatboxing.
now with beatboxing.
This is the Cracker Show. We're so white.
Doritos Cool Ranch flavored tortilla chips are packed with big, bold flavor. Experience a burst of tanginess with hints of onion, garlic, tomato, and spice, merging together in a bold, creamy Cool Ranch blend.
Also known as Cool American in Europe.
Well, Cool Original the UK, Cool American other places.
Well, Brexit. I can't say that's Europe
Because
anymore.
ranch dressing isn't very common.
You know what bugs me? Remember, I think it was the early 2000s when it was Cooler Ranch,
Yeah.
and Nacho Cheesier.
Die Harder.
Yeah.
Dumb.
But there was more flavor on it. And I appreciate that. By the way, according to a study, the most common time to eat Doritos is between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m.
Oh, that's sad.
Right during prime time.
That is sad. What are we doing to our bodies?
But I was going to say, so we had Doritos that came back out in the 60s. And then in the 70s, they finally get the nacho cheese flavor. Well, they got the taco before that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until 1986 when Cool Ranch came along that sales really picked up for Doritos. And they became the powerhouse chip.
Wow.
So
I think a lot of people incorrectly think that this is the original Dorito. I think just because of the color.
well, they have like, do you guys know it has like flecks of green and red on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So I get the green because ranch has like, dill and other green herbs in it.
The blue
But
is
it's the
from
peppery part, right?
Where
the
does the
blue is
red
from the
come
bag.
from? But where does the red come from?
Probably peppers.
The red specks?
Yeah, because there's a little bit of kick to it.
I guess.
So the way I view the Doritos world is I'm going to compare it to the Dark Knight trilogy because you have the nacho cheese, which is Batman Begins, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it came out of left field, and you're like,
I like this.
oh, Batman / Doritos can be great again. And this is amazing. And then all of a sudden, the best sequel of all time came out, which is Cool Ranch. Sometimes sequels are better than the original, and Cool Ranch is better than nacho cheese. I'm saying it right here.
Whoa, that's bold.
This is one of the best food inventions ever made. Cool Ranch Doritos are amazing. And then you have salsa verde, which is like, it's still really good. It's tier 1, but it's got some plot holes right here. So, you know.
And once again, Taco's over in the corner going, hey, I'm Adam West. I was the original.
So sad. So sad.
And does that make Batfleck Doritos 3D?
Yeah.
Or
remember,
sweet-
it doesn't
or sweet
exist
chili.
anymore. It's discontinued.
It's sweet chili.
Yeah.
Kent, I am going to subscribe to your newsletter because I completely agree with that sentiment. Cool Ranch Doritos is like one of the peaks of chipdom.
Yes.
Maybe not. I mean, I think there's been stuff that came along later that I'm like, oh, I like that. But, I will always go for a blue bag of Cool Ranch.
You will take the
Doritos.
blue bag over the red bag.
I will alternate.
There are moods. There are definitely moods.
Yes, but seeing as how I'm a huge fan of the ranch dressing, Cool Ranch is like a wonderful chip to put in my mouth.
And you're not getting the Dorito on your fingers as much as you would the nacho cheese.
Yeah, a little less Dorito.
Yeah.
Ranch cheetle?
I have a problem with these ones, guys.
Don't even.
So
You can't get enough of them?
no, I think as a kid, again, the if I don't love them, who will factor came in. And I ate a lot of these because all my friends would grab the cheese ones. And so I grabbed these and I got real sick of them. So I didn't eat any for about a decade. And then about 2 years ago, I found Cool Ranch Doritos again. And it was like a warm hug from a friend going, hey, buddy, I've always been here. I'm just waiting for you. I love you. And I said, I love you too, Cool Ranch Doritos. You're my favorite. Tier 1.
Yay! That was such a nice bromance right there.
Beautiful, Zach.
They're good.
You also ate your best friend.
over and over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, these are good.
man.
These are so good. I do like the nacho cheese a little better, but again, it's an alternating thing, right?
Yeah.
You go, I've had a lot of those. Bring on the ranch.
Precisely.
When
I
you
will-
get the bag of bags with both, you're a happy camper.
everyone
Some
wins.
Funyuns?
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
And why'd you throw Funyuns in there?
Because they're in the bag
They're
of
in
bags.
the bag.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But there you go. There is our ranking of chips, part 2. We got through another bunch of heavy hitters. Zach, what did we agree on?
All right, we agreed on 2, all tier 1. Right?
Okay.
The Cheetos cheddar jalapeno.
Yes.
We all give tier 1. And of course, the Cool Ranch Doritos. We all give tier 1. We had 3 tier 3 agreements, though. That is the Baked Lay's Original.
Yep.
The Miss Vickie's Sea Salt. And the TGI Fridays cheddar and potato bacon skin. You know, those ones.
Those.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all accurate.
Yeah. Although none of them are bad.
And then we didn't agree on any of the tier 2s. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty
Salt and vinegar
varied.
didn't go lower.
Salt and vinegar's
Zack.
good. It's good. It's not great.
But let us know your feelings on these 21 chips. If you please try and keep it to 7 tier 1s, 7 tier 2s, and 7 tier 3s. It makes it more fun and more hard.
Which the counting police that I am, everybody did a great
Yes.
job.
I was really worried.
Yeah. Oh, I when I started this challenge, I had 10 tier 1s and 3 tier 3s.
Then you got sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let us know on Facebook, let us know on Instagram, let us know on Twitter your chip rankings. Play along with us. And then tell your friends about it. Have them play along too. We enjoy seeing the Gospel of Baconsale spread because even though our rankings are gospel,
It's true.
You can have an opinion. Sure, it's not going to be
I suppose.
fact,
Yeah.
but it's just opinions.
You could have an opinion. Could be wrong.
You said it more and more like
you
me.
You can be the taco flavored Doritos. We'll be the ranch, the nacho cheese, and the salsa verde.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Zach gets to be salsa verde, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
I'm the salsa verde of bacon sale.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
but we want to hear from you. Let us know.
Before we go, we want to thank a few patrons in a couple special categories, including the I Am the Listener tier, where we have Lady Terry A. Finley, Sean Sandquist, Alicia Bass, Scott Sprague, Braden Winterton, Chris Strout, Jennifer Kielkowski, Sir and Madam Hicks, Adam and Rachel Crump, Glow Clendaniel, Rocky and Steph, Johnny English Brick 4 standing by, Debbie Foster, Andrew in the Dark, Shannon West, Casey Cummings, Jake the Cooler King Swallow, and Allison Gall. And we have our Bacon Council, which includes the one, the only Chris Anderson, Nicole Sitton in the Sin Bin Hale, Ryan and Marley Farron, Stephen Ross, Bacon Council member wannabe no longer, that's right, I'm on the Bacon Council, baby, Kyler, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, and Beaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, patrons.
Patrons really do appreciate it. You've helped us in so many ways, and we really do appreciate you. But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter, or you can find me performing with Quickwits. They perform at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to sit down and tell me your slogans for chips, you can schedule an appointment at blakesbarbershop.com. You may even get your hair cut. But if you want to connect with me, you can do so on social media at Tumbling Mustard on Twitter and Instagram. More importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Go ahead and like that Facebook page and go to @Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. While you're doing that, stop by tpublic.com/Baconsale, where you can get yourself some lovely Baconsale merch, t-shirts, mugs, all sorts of fun things. And then if you like the show, you like what's going on, and you want to support us further, you can go to patreon.com/Baconsale, where support starts at just $3 per month. You can get access to fun things like Bacon Bits. We actually released the list of these chips early to our Tier 1 patrons. Lots of fun things there at patreon.com/Baconsale. But until next time, sunglasses. Baconsale.
The much-awaited cracker show.
Baconsale is the cracker show.
Did some math. It's called division, apparently. Control the flow of the show.
Control the flow of the show. This is Joel.
I like when my sour cream rendezvous.
Woof. It's like the Lay's communion wafers.
If I don't love this chip, no one else will.
They're kind of like orange cocaine logs.
Peasants can get them too.
You waste the cheetle?
Easy there, dog. He wears sunglasses.
Eat Cheetos. He wears sunglasses.
That might have been the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Australia. What would his slogan be, Zach?
Do you know what?
Sorry, Zach. I had my Australian moment. You really did.
Here's my slogan. Hey, what are
You will eat these salt and vinegar chips.
don't make me.
Fine.
Joel's buzzed again.
Hey, what are you?
Are you farting?
I just hate,
Do you chip?
I hate both of you just so much.
Kent, now you may start not cutting this out.
Kent, don't forget, Drew will let you know at 2 a.m.
It'll snap in half in water. Like it's too thin.
You dip your chips in water?
A corn chip that intertwines.
How do you intertwine today?
Hey, what's your slogan for Toyota? I love what you do.
It's always an unsure slogan.
I'm having a cheese stroke.
You can't eat on the show.
Just one crunch.
Thanks for being me happy. At school and at home, we
Zack
enjoy
write
our
this?
Pringles. The awful onions taste lasted for about 15 hours.
Whoa, see a doctor immediately.
We're Pringle pals. Every hearty bite slaps harder than the last.
Why was that so seductive?
This ain't...
I feel SC actually harassed by that. Like they skipped leg day, but upper body strength?
Oh yeah, it's there.
Spices. Ashes to ashes, dust to cheetle.
Till next time. See you. So,
Sunglasses.
I'm the salsa verde of Baconsale?
oh yeah.
Oh. He wears sunglasses.